What's with the contemplative look, man? Hi, this is Michael from Machination Studio again, part 2 of my latest trip to Shenzhen. It's Monday morning and Jason, the owner of the resin casting factory, is giving us a lift to the new facility. I took this footage so you guys can get an idea of what the outskirts of Shenzhen looks like. I think most of the industrial spaces are in factory buildings. They are kind of like this. First order of the day is to go through each 3D printed part. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that they were fully aware of which part was which. So it was a pretty tedious job of going through each part through the list and discussing how to deal with some of the issues that I foresee might happen. So of course, Jason, who is the owner of the factory, was involved in this process. The other guy is the person who will be dealing with the next level of the finishing job. So although the SLA prints are really high quality, they still need to be sanded down. A lot of the characteristics of the STL files with the geometries has to be sanded down. So and things like how the electronics are going to fit to the plastic parts have to be discussed at this stage. So I brought some samples of my electronics. I think it really helps that I'm able to speak Mandarin. Even at least it helps me with some of these discussions. So we got a bit of a guided tour of their facility. Starts with the showroom, of course. A lot of the stuff there has got some kind of intellectual property to it. So I took pictures or took videos of the stuff that don't, like the skeletons and not the anatomy figures. Apparently, these are going to some medical school somewhere. So I presume they are semi-accurate. So this is the first stage of the process where prints or the sculpts themselves have to be worked on. This is the sculptors at work, getting the things perfect. The next stage will probably be making the molds, rubber molds. So this is a bit of a chemistry lab where they get the rubber molds and mixes done. Jason just rented this new facility and it's a lot bigger than his previous one. So he's able to get these very dirty, dusty parts of the process away from the later parts of the process. So this is a lot of sanding and grinding of pieces to get rid of the flashing and stuff. So this part is really dusty and this lady is just patching out whatever impurities and bubbles and cavities in there. So almost every step of the way is hand done, and in small quantities. Which is why I like this particular factory. I think it's going to fit my level of requirements quite well. After the spray painting, of course, some of the finer details will be hand painted. Especially, I think they're working on the metallics and some of these colors. and the final steps of packaging and getting the parts ready. Of course, after the factory visit, we had a bit of a lunch. Gotta have bubble tea in Asia. And Cliff brought us to this kind of a hole-in-the-wall place for dinner. Just a really little tiny humble place, but yeah, the food's great. That's the chicken kind of stew with rice thing. And my pork ribs and rice. I had to have a bit of a dessert before I leave as well. Just waiting for the taxi ride. And yeah, I said goodbye to Cliff and Marshall and I was off back to Singapore. I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of a factory tour. And I guess I'll see you guys soon.